Today I want to talk about mindset, how it pertains to fitness, but in a different way. I still got some pointers I want to go over and a list of things that I want to talk about. So I'm probably going to have to change my titles to part one, part two, part three. It looks like this is going to turn into a series, if you know what I mean. But let's get right to it. All right. Doing the best you can with what you have. Okay. Doing the best you can with what you have. In life, sometimes we don't have all the essentials and the things that we want to do. And whatever you have that you can use to help you get to where you need to go on your goals and the things that you need to do in life, use it. Like, for instance, I'm shooting on my iPhone and I have a selfie stick. And as you can see, I got my Rode mic. And as you can see, I got my notes too. Right. And this is it. Can I get like a nice fancy camera? Yeah, I can. Can I edit it to make it look like super dope, like it's a movie? Oh, absolutely, I can. But I can afford that stuff. So I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. So as this pertains to fitness, do you need a gym to exercise? No. Do you need a bunch of weights, a weight rack, a squat bench, I don't know, a bench, a chest press bench, a chest bench press. Try to say that 3 times. No, you don't need all these things, right? Do with the best as you got. That's why I always say body weight exercises, because it's going to humble you for sure because you're working with your body weight, but two, you don't need a whole lot of equipment to be able to pull off the best fitness journey that you ever want to have. No. So doing the best you can with what you have is essential in life, man. Like, use what you got, even with the foods. I know a lot of people don't live in like great areas, where they can get the most healthiest food, right? So you do the best you can with what you have. That's how it works. So like I said, well, I'm gonna put it over here. So like I said, it's not something that you have to be perfect. You don't have to start a journey and do things where you have to be perfect. It's not, it doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. What tends to work is what's in your proximity and what you can get a hold of and have. That's where you're going to, thrive in, and then you learn and you branch out from there. So you don't have to do these things to let yourself know that, you want to, I got to be perfect. I got to get this. I got to get this essential stuff, man. Yeah, no, man, you got to be pretty much working with what you have and then build out from there. That's the best thing to do. So I don't want to get too crazy with that, but, but at the end of the day, when it comes to health, be healthy, right? Use what you have. Go to the store. If you got your grocery store there, if you got a farmer's market near you, even if it's a little ways away and you can't get there, that's fine. Use what you got at the store. When it comes to fitness, if you don't got the equipment, like I like to use bands, a mat, bottle of water, the bottle is something as essential as that. Like, just get something in the glass. I'm sure you have some sort of glass. And if you don't have that, get a plastic cup, So, I mean, trust me, guys, like, you don't have to be perfect to start your journey as far as fitness. So if you are over 40 and you feel that you need to have certain essentials in life to be able to function or to get to that goal, you're sadly mistaken. It's just not one of those things that it's just not, that's against the values that I think of, like, nah, give me what I got, man, and over time I'll purchase the things that I need. All right. So moving on. When you love what you do, it's not work. When you love what you do, it's not work. It goes back to what I said in my last video. If you haven't watched that, And I'm going to leave that towards the end of the video. As far as the last video, guys, stop doing things you don't like. Now, do you got to pay your bills? Yeah, you do. So sometimes that requires you doing something that you don't like. But if that's the case, don't stay with that, because you're going to be miserable. Okay? Now, sometimes you're going to have to do the things that you don't like. And that's cool. That's okay. You know, I'm not saying that you can't only do the things that you love. No. I mean, you might be in a position in life where you are living in a situation, or having a situation in life where you just have to do something that you really dread doing. Like, I get it, man. Like, don't think that that's what I'm saying. No, what I'm trying to say is that while you're doing something that you don't like, start working on the things that you love, you know, like your passion, you know, those types of things. Things that you love, things that you enjoy, things that make you happy. Like me doing this. This is what makes me happy. I'm walking outside. Not the most sunniest day, but it's damn near almost 80 degrees in New York City. I think we caught a heat wave this week because the temperature is about to get back to normal. But once again, I'm taking advantage of doing the things that I love in my spare time. Now, when I'm finished with this video, there's stuff that I got to do. I got work to do. I got a lot of work to do. So once again, guys, if you do what you love, it's never work. And usually when you do that, that's going to lead you to success. And you're going to end up leaving or quitting the job or whatever it is that you was doing to help pay the bills. You're going to end up quitting and leaving that, because what you do for love you end up working hard for that. You'll end up going to bat for that. You're definitely going to put it all in, you know, like you're going to go all in on that. So like I said, guys, don't do the things that you love, because it's never work. If you are working a job, or if you're in a situation where you have to be in there because this is what it is, well, start thinking about the things that you love to do and start working on it. Start from ground. Start from the mud, as they say. Get it out of the mud, as they say. So guys, do the things that you love and it'll be never work. And once you start compiling that, trust me, anything that you do will never seem like work. Guys, you think this is work for me? Nah, man, I love this. I love this, man. This is not work for me. I love being able to get out, you know, and talk to the people, you know. I love sharing my thoughts and the things that I do. I love messing up. I love like getting tongue-tied and pause and like, right? I love doing all that, man. Like, yo, you guys don't understand. Like, I don't edit my videos the way I used to do. So you got to understand, guys, please do not just live your life on things that you don't love. Always do something that you love, because then it's never work. All right, here we go. Moving on. Home is wherever your joy is. Home is wherever your joy is. So, well, when I came up with this particular type of write-up, I thought about it. Like, I'm from New York City. Don't get it twisted. Love New York City. Born and raised here. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. Yeah, right? But things change, right? And what happens is, for me, is that as things changed, some things didn't remain the same, and I had to learn how to accept that. And that's fine. I don't mind doing that. But I don't want to bash New York City as some place that, like, oh, nobody can live, because no, man, listen, there's still over 9 million people living here. Everybody wants to come here and make that dollar and build that business and make that money. For me, I think I've done all that I can here. So at some point I will be moving, right? Don't know where yet. I do have a few ideas, but I don't know. And I'm excited about it. You know, I love traveling for sure. I love to do more traveling. I was about to do it. in 2019, and then, you know, the pandemic hit, and that just pretty much like destroyed a lot of things. But your home is where your joy is. And wherever it is that you go, if whatever it is you're going to decide to do in life, right? Make sure you're living in the environment that you love. Okay? Don't go to a place that you know you don't like and try to work a job you know you don't like and think that everything is going to be good. That's not going to happen, man. So it's the same thing with fitness. Don't go to the gym if you don't like going to the gym. Don't do exercises that you don't like. There's plenty of exercises that you can do, plenty of alternatives that you can do when it comes to exercising. So if you're over 40 and you're trying to get fit and trying to get healthy, yeah, there's going to be some foods you don't like, right? There's going to be some exercises and things that you don't like, you know. So it's okay to skip it or do an alternative. But then there are some things that you actually need to do. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not good for you. See? Little messed y'all up there a little bit, right? Yeah, I did. I messed y'all up. Because if you're at a place where you don't like, but you need to be there, goes back to what I was saying before, then you got to deal with that, but also work on things that you love and your passion. Now, if you're working on things that you love and it's not work, then you're going to put yourself in a position where it's going to be your home. You're going to move to a place that's a lot more nicer. So you see, you're following me? You see how this all adds up now, guys? So understand what I'm trying to say, guys. It's not just this one thing. It's a multitude of things that you have to do in life. And once you start connecting the dots and connecting the pieces, that's where you're going to find balance. So where you live or where you go and what you do is where your home and where you're going to find joy, right? I'm going to read that again. When you love what you do, it's not work. And home is wherever your joy is. Home is wherever your joy is. So if you're living where you live in and you're very happy about that, stay. Don't just move because everybody else is doing it. But if you're living in a place where you're not happy, then move. Like, don't look at it as something, oh, I got to stick stick the tail between my legs and, you know, people, you know, I'm moving because, or people are saying that I'm sick. Man, screw those people, man. They don't know your situation, man. Me, I've been in New York City majority of my life. I have lived in other places before, but one thing I can tell you is there are other better places than New York. Just New York just ain't popping right now. I ain't gonna front. This just really isn't. And maybe it's due to me getting older, but maybe it's due to, you know, the government that's here, you know, and I'm not trying to get all up into that right now, but sometimes things change in New York. Different governments, mayors, right? City mayors, officials, things of that nature. They want to change things in New York City to where they think is going to be better for the future. And as me being a over 40-year-old, over 50-year-old, is just not conducive. So I move, right? So like, it's not, nobody, I'm not scared. I'm not sticking the tail between my legs. They say in New York City, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Well, honestly, I've made it. What, you think making it in New York City is being rich? Is that the saying? Is that what that means? No, making it in New York City means that I've done all that I could here. I've made it, and wherever I go, I can just continue to build and thrive. That's what that means. So guys, don't get it twisted. When you make it in New York, that means you've done all you can. That doesn't mean you got to be rich. So, so please don't equate that. So where your home is, where your joy is, man. So right now, my joy is somewhere else. You know, right now, you're thinking and watching this video, your joy is probably somewhere else. That's why it's good to travel, to see things, look at different sites, look at different states, look in their culture, look what's going on with that, you know? So I ain't gonna get too much heavy into that because I got a lot to say about that. I might even do a whole video on this particular topic, you know? Next is, fear is all in your head. Yes, I've experienced this many of times. There's a lot of things that I've done in life that I was fearful of. And yeah, I can truly tell you, man, like there's a lot of things that I didn't pursue because of fear. And I know there's things out there that I know you try to pursue and you didn't do it because you was fearful. A lot of the times you pursue things and you didn't know you was fearful of it. So that tends to help as well. Well, not help, but that tends to factor in as well. So what I'd like to try to tell you is, damn that. Damn all of that. If you're over 40, if you're over 40, right? Damn the fear, man. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Actually, if you're fair, that's actually probably the right decision to make. Oh, trust and believe. If you're fearful of something that you're trying to embark on and do, usually that's kind of where you need to go. You got to go on the road that's less traveled. Stop going on the road where everybody else is going. Yeah, I know. There's trends out here. I get it. There's trends out here. There's a lot of things that are cool that, you know, oops, sorry. There's a lot of things that are cool that we can get on and ride that wave of it. I know, man. I get it, man. But it's not what you think it is, man. A lot of it is people are riding trends, and this is the way I see it. People are riding trends is because they're fearful of going on their own journey. They're fearful of testing out things that they really want to do, and they care about what other people think and say. Like, look at me, man. Like, I know I need a haircut. You're probably looking at this video like, damn, Mike. Oh, ones that know me like, damn, Mike, you need a haircut. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get one this week. I'm gonna get one this week. And you're looking at it like, hey, Mike, you look a little scruffy. Yeah, so are you looking at what I look, or you paying attention to the message that I'm trying to bring out? And if you have a message that you want to bring out, who cares? Who cares? I'm gonna say that once again. I don't care about how I look, as long as you're paying attention to the message. And if you want to get that message out, who cares how you look? Get the message out, because the ones that's going to listen will listen. The ones that's looking at you and judging you, that's the ones you're following the trends with. And then when you get on that trend, they're going to judge you, and then you're going to try to keep up with the Joneses. And damn all that. All of it is fear. I'm sitting up here speaking on camera. Now, I've been acting for I've done some acting back in the days. I've been in like silent movies. I've been in, TV shows. Nothing major. Like I'm not famous. Trust me, I'm nowhere near that. But I've done some acting along the way. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, I'm cool with being in front of the camera. It's just getting my words out and the things that I want to say. But also too, I gotta learn how to be comfortable. So that's the fear. So get rid of the fear or go towards the fear. Do not, I repeat, do not travel away from your fears. Tackle and conquer your fears, guys. So that's, I got to read this point again, man, because it's so dope. Fear is all in your head. There's a lot of things that you have to do in life, and you want to do in life, but you're fearful of it, and it's because it's all in your head. So let's take this to fitness now. If you're over 40 or 50 and you're trying to lose weight and you need to lose 75 pounds, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, right? It's a long journey, ain't it? It's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a lot of discipline, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of I don't want to, I don't feel like it. It's going to get you, all throughout that time. I promise you it's going to do that. But the beauty part about it is it's all in your head, man. Just go. Like, for instance, fear is all in your head, right? Okay, let me tell you about this real quick. What I mean by fear is all in your head is, I'll make sure no cars come and hit me. What I mean by fear is all in your head, I mean that you need to, I'm trying to find the right words, guys. I don't want to say things that does not make sense, but fear is all in your head when you're out to go ahead and do something, right? Like, for instance, lose weight. Well, what I can tell you is it's all in your head because it's an adventure, it's a journey, and you're going to have to accept it. All right? I hope this is making sense, guys. You have to accept your journey. Well, you're going to have to accept a journey, regardless of what it is. You just can't sit around in life and just think that, I'm just living. No, you're probably sitting around, things aren't going right for you, right? And you're thinking that's just how life is. No, you're actually on a journey. You're on an adventure, and that's what you need to do in life. Accept it and go on it. Man, if someone was to give you a ticket to go to the one of the most to go to a paradise island or whatever, you'll take it, right? Because it's going to be an adventure. It's dope, right? So why not do that with your life? So fear is only in your head, man. So if you got a lot of weight to lose, don't sit up there and think about that long journey. Just think about starting step by step, little by little, right? Get your progress going, right? See what it's like, when it comes to, see what it's like when you're in week 2, week 3, week 4 of your journey. All right. So like I said, man, don't let fear get into your head. It is only in your head. I'm not saying you can't be fearful of things either. No, I get it. No, do that. I mean, it is what it is. But as you get older and you're over 40, less things become more fearful. And if you're still fearful of things, if you're over 40 or 50, yeah, that's a bad habit. You need to get rid of that. Right. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I can go for days on that one. And last one, this is the last one. Choose to rise above your fears. Right. Goes along with what I'm saying is choose to rise above your fears. When you are in life and you're going about life, there's a lot of things, once again, you don't do because of fear, because you think that it's not going to work out. What if it don't work out? Well, what if I shoot this video that I'm shooting to you right now and it goes viral? I'm not monetized. What if it goes viral and I get monetized? You ever thought about that? Right? So, like I said, choose to rise above your fears. Go tackle the things. If you're over 40 and 50, tackle the things that you was fearful of, because that's a part of getting rid of bad habits. Because what you are in fear of is what's causing you to have bad habits. Get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about? Is that clicking? Your fear is what's keeping your bad habits. I didn't just realize it, but I started to realize, like, what I'm fearful of doing is what's feeding my bad habits. So I had to jump out of that fear, and I got way more confident in life. Even in fitness, there were certain things I didn't want to do in fitness that I was fearful of, and I started to tackle that as well. So if you don't know how to do a push-up, you don't know how to do a squat, or you're afraid of that soreness, you're afraid of that burning pain that you get when you're doing your reps and stuff like that, fear. Conquer it. Trust me. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you stronger. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this video brought some value to you. If you have any kind of comments or questions, just leave it down there in the description below. Other than that, just go ahead and just leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this video. And if you have any other things that you would like me to talk about when it comes to the mindset of life and fitness, just let me know. I guess this is going to be a series because I have a long list and it keeps growing. I keep jotting it down, like I said, right? I keep jotting it down. I am an online fitness coach. I program fitness programs for people who are over 40 or 50, who are former athletes, or just looking to start a fitness journey and want to, get more healthier, or prioritizing health first in their life. And I design programs for those people. And it's basic fundamental movements. I mean, these are just the things that you just do in a normal day. So this is what I do. Hit me up at mikesfitnesscorner@gmail.com. I'll put the link in the description, or the email in the description. And or if you want to book a one-on-one call with me, right, it's free. I'll put that link in there too in the description. And let's talk. And let's see where you at in life. And let's see how we moving forward. Because trust me, I'm not a perfect guy. But I do have understanding, I do have knowledge, and maybe what I'm saying in this video will help push you in the right direction. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.